Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have NatGeo's Wild Yellowstone. This is obviously a documentary series. Nature. I don't know why I'm doing this with a hand. This is, yeah. Weirdly enough, this is not just a single one-off. It's actually a series, but only of 2 episodes. So now, understand, there is a number of wild. Let's see if we can find that. I did search wild. There's Wild India, Wild. There's a few other wilds in there. Anyway, uh, not on that screen, but yeah, the Wild Yellowstone is just a two-parter. The first one is wintertime in Yellowstone, and the second one is summertime. I only watched the first one, winter. Pretty much got the idea. I might watch the second one too because it's well narrated. Is the guy has a very dramatic voice, and yeah, the animals, everything from wolves, coyotes, beavers, bears, bison, uh, everything comes into play, and how it shows how they all work off each other. Bobcats too, and waterfowl, and how the survival of one or the loss of one or not playing their part in the whole cycle of everything, the ecological cycle, can really throw things off balance. And yeah, the winters there are harsh and they are cold and they are surrounded by 2 mile high mountains, I believe, and there's only a certain spot where the hot springs are, as we know, the geysers from Yellowstone, and yeah, it's a world of extremes, and it is brutal. It's understand that this is obviously Disney, Nat Geo. It's going to show animals in nature, um, doing their thing. So not all that's pretty. There's a lot of animals just dripping and blood eating out of hollowed out carcasses, but it's not too gratuitous. We actually don't see any real kills right off the bat. There is a sequence where I was surprised, that they showed. There's a coyote sneaking around a carcass of something that was killed, and they realized that the wolves had been there before, and the coyote's like, okay, I need to grab something real quick and take it to go and just head out, because the attitude is they showed this just before the commercial, when it would have commercial breaks during normal Nat Geo programming. This is no commercials here at all, but it still has those breaks for a few seconds. And it mentions how the wolves come back. They will tear that coyote apart, and for a split second, they show a shot of those wolves pouncing on that coyote, and it just and then it cuts away, it cuts to black real quick. It doesn't show anybody actually dying, any animals actually dying, but you know that coyote is not long for the world. He is. It's a brutal, almost still shot that lasts a second, but I think when it comes back, or just soon afterwards, it shows him digging around, walking away from the carcass with a hunk of meat in his mouth, only to get it stolen by an eagle that just swoops in and just grabs it like a seagull, like we're used to seeing seagulls do. Although if a bald eagle or whatever stole stole my dinner from me, I'd be like, all right, America. I think I'd let it have it. I don't know. It's his domain. I'm pretty much would be a unworthy visitor to that brutal ecosystem. But yeah, it's you see how the beavers build their homes, how they raise a family and protect it, and the ingenuity of so many different types of animals as they hunt, and how they protect themselves, how they protect their young. When a wolf corners a bison and has one calf that she's protecting, the wolf tries to lead her away and then would swoop around and kill the calf, which isn't much smaller than the parent, but still believes that they're much weaker. And but Mama does not let that happen. So it's a lot of really intense confrontations. But what it really pulls us apart from everything else, but for most programming, is NatGeo must have shot this with like a super, super high-end camera. If you have a 4K television, this is a way to really show that off. I watched it on my computer. This is not a 4K television. I watched it on my computer, and it looked astounding. It looked pretty freaking amazing, just in that sort of standard mode. I can't imagine how much more impressive it would be on a very big 4K television. So if you have a 4K TV, you got Disney Plus, put this on. Even if this is not your thing, it shows. I swear Zack Snyder must have filmed some of these things, because it'll slow down some of the action between the animals and then speed it back up into moving that whole Zack Snyder way of doing things. 300, Justice League, Man of Steel. Anyway, yeah, it's the kind of thing that you'd really get a good workout on your television. So yeah, check that out. If nothing for no other reason, if wildlife things don't do anything for you, honestly, even just the atmosphere, just looking at how it depicts the atmosphere, a snowflake, how the detail that it shows in a snowflake that lands on the ground is so high definition. It's not even funny. To see the bighorn sheep. Don't say rams, because I think they're just bighorn sheep, but they look like rams to the layman. When they slam into each other, and just the ripples they do it in slow motion, the ripples that go through their bodies when they hit, it's amazing to see. It's some pretty amazing stuff. So yeah, I highly recommend this. Check it out. I might go ahead and check out the second part when I get a chance. But for now, I wanted to get this out to you and post it. So yeah, wild Yellowstone right here in America. Our animals are brutal. So all right, let's pick tomorrow's Disney Plus Everyday Challenge number 462. I know I'm always suspicious of these. Come on. 462. 462. That's weird. I didn't realize this character was part of Disney, but apparently he is. Looks like Uncle Scrooge has a compadre or a nemesis, but apparently 462 is Richie Rich's Christmas wish. Yeah, okay. Richie Rich's Christmas wish. So we got a Christmas thing, and it's about right, rich people. Okay, well, we're going to take a look at it. I'm going to check it. If it turns out that this is actually not on Disney Plus, I'll be right back. But other than that, we'll see you back here tomorrow for the Disney Plus Everyday Challenges viewing of Richie Rich's Christmas wish. What can a rich kid really ask for?